Ramsey Canyon is such an awesome place. Now, last week I came out here. I was just intending to spend 30 minutes or so walking around the nature trails, and 2 hours later, I was still here. And I haven't been doing a lot of hiking lately because of all the rain we've been having. And while I've been on my little monsoon break, I've been thinking about all my favorite places to hike in the Huachucas. And I have to say that Ramsey Canyon is definitely a favorite. So today I came back out to the preserve to take a walk around and tell you about 6 hikes that you can take that start in Ramsey Canyon. I'll include links in the description section to the videos I've made of each of the hikes. One important thing to keep in mind while you're out here is Ramsey Canyon is private property. It belongs to the nature preserve. It's not part of the public lands out here. So there's an entrance fee. The parking lot opens and closes at certain times. And I'd encourage you to go to the Nature Conservancy website and get all the details so that you're up to date.
Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom?
Walking around from the visitor center up a couple of nature paths is about a mile long altogether. There's old cabins to see. There are usually deer. There are Chiricahua leopard frogs in the ponds, butterflies all around. The Trails of the Huachucas Trail Guide has a really nice section about Ramsey Canyon, about the history of mining over 50 years from the mid to late 1800s into the early 20th century. There was a post office, there were dances, and get this, bootleg liquor. Ooh. Anyway, it was a nice, cool place both to live and to visit. Hike number 2 in Ramsey Canyon is to come up to the Hamburg Trail sign and head on up the trail right here. It's about a mile to the Overlook and about 900 feet in elevation gain. So it's a pretty steep trail. But 2 miles round trip. There's a nice view at the Overlook of the rocks on the other side of the canyon and both down and up canyon. And it's a nice bit of exercise. A third hike is to hike up the Hamburg Trail, past the Overlook, down a steep section to the Brown Canyon Trail junction. That's about 1.5 miles to the junction, and then you'll hike the upper portion of the Brown Canyon Trail to a water trough. At the water trough, you'll take a right to pick up Brown Canyon Road and take a loop back up Ramsey Canyon Road up to the preserve. All in all, that's about a 7-mile round trip with approximately 1,700 feet of elevation gain.
Feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky.
A fourth hike is the Comfort Springs Trail. For that hike, you'll continue up Hamburg Trail and you'll go almost 2.5 miles, 2.3 miles, and to the left you'll see a Comfort Spring Trail sign. That trail goes 2.3 miles as well across to the Ramsey Vista campground in Carr Canyon, and that's at the very top of Carr Canyon. Overall, that hike is 9 miles round trip with, I'll have to include the elevation gain later, I don't quite remember right now. But you can make the hike quite a bit shorter by actually starting at the top of Carr Canyon, walking the 2.3 miles over to Ramsey Canyon, and then go back again, in which case it's 4.5, 5 miles round trip. Now for the 5th hike, which is the full distance of the Hamburg Trail. What you'll do at the Comfort Springs Junction is keep heading straight another 1/10 of a mile or so until you see another fork. And at this fork, the left fork will be the Hamburg Trail. That will take you all the way up to the Crest Trail. It's almost 4 miles up there, so it's about 8 miles round trip and 2,500 feet in elevation gain. And for the sixth hike, at that fork that I just mentioned, that Hamburg Trail goes off to the left, what you'll do is take the right fork, and that turns into Pat Scott Canyon Trail. And Pat Scott Canyon Trail is a little bit longer. It's almost 4.5 miles up to the Crest Trail, and it's 3,000 feet in elevation gain altogether. So there's your 6 hikes, from an easy 1-mile loop around the nature trails in Ramsey Canyon Preserve, all the way up to 9-10 miles and 3,000 feet in elevation gain. This is really a beautiful canyon, and I hope you'll come out here and take some hikes sometime.